Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, but I am Penge and welcome back to Civilization 6 and the Harbinger of the Apocalypse Challenge, where the people of the Mayan Empire are joyous and jubilant around now because at long last, after all of their hard work, doing an awful lot of harbinging all over the place, finally, the end times are upon us. They've brought about the beginning of the end of the world because last time out, finally, we got to climate change phase 7. Here it is over here, all lit up at the end. We got there in the end. It's taken a while. It's taken many turns, 300 or so turns to get there, but we finally got there. There was a very quick sort of skip between climate change phase 6 and 7. I was expecting it to take a little bit longer, but I think it just took one turn to move between those last two phases. I don't know if that's a feature of the apocalypse mode or if that's just a fluke or whatever. I do not know. But whatever the case, it happened nice and quick, which is good. That's good for the people of the Mayan Empire because, they wanted the end of the world to come about a little bit quicker. And now it has, which means that the comets, the big killy death rocks, are tumbling from the sky and they are landing on the ground and they are causing all sorts of problems. Now, none have hit us yet, although they will do at some point. We need to be prepared for that. But they have hit a couple of our opponents. Over here, the Mongolians, they took a bit of a hit over here. So Ulaanbaatar and Ulaangom were once connected. They were once connected by some land. Now that's gone. A comet came down here and has destroyed these 4 tiles. And whatever was on them is now no more. It's just obliterated, whatever was there. And it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't really care whether it's farms or mines or districts or wonders. It just removes them. And also it's worth noting as well that these aren't just now ocean tiles. These are now impassable tiles, and you don't get anything from them. There's nothing from these. There is no yield. It doesn't turn them into like an ocean tile where you might get a bit of food or a bit of gold or whatever. There's nothing. There's nothing at all. There's no yield from these. So these cities now have got less tiles to work, so these cities are now slightly less good. They're not as good as they once were. Also, it looks like Ulaangom is going to go over to the Dutch Empire, but there we go. So yeah, they took a bit of a hit. However, the big victims, I suppose, were the Macedonians over here, because there once was a city just here. There was a city there called Alexandria in Arachosia, and it stood just here, and then a comet fell on it and destroyed it entirely. It wiped it off of the map. It is now no longer there. So all that remains is just an impassable tile, so nothing on it, again, no yield, and the city's gone. It's just entirely gone. So all of the stuff around it has gone, all of its districts have been removed, all the borders have gone. So they've taken a pretty big hit, have the Macedonians. They've taken a very big hit. So now we know that the rocks are tumbling down, and, they are causing damage, and, they're, getting in people's ways and, making a nuisance of themselves. We now need to survive. Our job now is to survive. That's it. So we need to survive the comets, and that's fine. Bruce Willis, I'm looking at you for help with that. That's why we've got you, Bruce, because I've heard that you're very good at destroying falling comets and things. So, we've got you for that, Bruce. That's absolutely fine. And of course, we need to try and stay alive if people try and attack us and whatever. I mean, we're doing okay in terms of friends. We've got, 3 friends? So, we've got Simon Bolivar, we've got Harold, and we've got Wilhelmina. They're friends. We're buddies. We're buddies. We're lovely, and, we get on quite well. Alexander, we don't get on with quite so well. And then Genghis is really angry with us. But Genghis has been angry with us for a long, long, long time. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll try and become friends with everybody, because that would then lessen the chance that they're going to attack us. But of course, if their lands are slowly being eroded by falling comets, they might see our lands and think they're easy pickings and then declare war on us anyway. So we need to be a little bit vigilant. There are some barbarians up here. Some spec-up barbarians have appeared from presumably this little barbarian outpost there. We might need to go and do something about them, because I don't really want them wandering into the territory of Bruce Willis there. I don't really want them coming in and causing some problems. So, we need to sort that out. And also, we do need to get a spaceport built. We want a spaceport because then we want to launch a satellite so we get a full picture of the world, and then we can see exactly what's going on when these comets are impacting. We can see what's being hit and where and all that kind of stuff. Let's get this looked at first, though. Let's go to the end is nigh, because they've got an encampment, and let's purchase something over here. Let's buy us a fancy unit. How about, if we're going to do it, why don't we do it properly and just get a really good unit? So let's get ourselves... Now, do we go for a modern armor unit, or do we go for a modern armor army? An armor army. Let's get one of these. Why not? Let's do it properly. It's only 6,120 gold. We've got 21,234. So I think we'll muddle through with the gold. It costs 3 oil to make, not to maintain. Oh yeah, consumes 1 oil per turn. How much do we get? 3. We get 3 per turn. So, yeah, I'll go for that. Let's get one of those in. Let us get a modern armor army with a melee strength of 107. That's very good. That should give us quite a bit of military oomph going on there. I mean, how does that play out? Oh, we can't see military oomph across the top, can we? Never mind. Okay, we get some era score as well. That's a good point, actually. We need 5 more. So that one is because we've now, used oil. And that one is because that's our first... Oh, it's our first army. Oh, hooray, we've got an army, everybody. There you go. That's what armies look like. Yay for armies. And then we'll stand that up here. We'll try and deal with the barbarians. We'll try and take out the encampment. I imagine we might be okay. We might be okay with that army just there. We should muddle through. Okay, right. Well, let's get on with it then. Let's send that. Let's send the tank up there to deal with the barbarians, and let's see what everyone else is getting up to. Okay, rapid deployment is done, which is lovely, and all of our spies seem to have done quite a bit of stuff. Oh, crikey, loads of spies. Right, appease the gods. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, move the tank up to there then. Can it get there? Yes, it can get just there. So, yeah, you go to their tank, and then we'll move you next time. Yes, we need lots of housing and all that kind of stuff. Right, Apocalypso. What shall we get you to build now, Apocalypso? Because it looks like you finished doing whatever it was, the stock exchange. So, yeah, your commercial hub is now completely full. How about we just get... How about the Venetian arsenal? I mean, we can't do anything with it, but it's a wonder, and it gives us some points, and we might as well build it. So you receive a second naval unit each time you train a naval unit. Must be built on a coast tile that's adjacent to an industrial zone district. Maybe we don't have many other places that can actually get that built. We'll put it there. What's already on that tile? Is there something there? It is submerged. Oh, so there was something there once upon a time, maybe, and now there's not. I mean, there's a cannon unit there now. How about we just build that there? I mean, we're never going to really do much with it. But yeah, okay, we'll build the Venetian arsenal just there. We'll see if we can get it done. Yeah, it's another wonder. It's absolutely fine. We'll move you onto some land, actually, cannons. Sorry about that. Cannon's going to be full of water. Oh, crikey, some religion stuff happened there. Now, there is a tank corps going in across there. And here comes you. Here comes Alexander. He wants some dies, and he's going to give us some gold and open borders. Do you know what? I think we've got surplus dies, and that might stop you from attacking us. So, yeah, absolutely. Yes, please. We'll go for that. Okay, telecoms is done, which is lovely. Telecoms is complete in the year 1864. And we've progressed towards social media in the year 1864 as well. Okie dokie, right you are. White Hilly Gopher. Who's been caught? A spy from the Mongolian Empire was killed during the Neutralize Governor mission. They love neutralizing the governors. That's why we've got people in the city centres or guarding the city centres. My goodness me. Okay, White Hilly Gopher. What can you now do? This is perfect. Quartermaster. If the spy is in home territory, all your spies operate at +1 level. That is exactly what we want. Why have we got that? Okay, White Hilly Gopher is the spy that's got to the maximum number of promotions first. That's another 2 era score. Well done. What do we need? Just 2 more. Just 2 more era score, and that is it. Okay, right. Science-wise, what do we want to head toward? I mean, we're doing all right with science. Look at Wilhelmina, sort of lagging way down there. We're doing okay. Yeah, Alexander's ahead of us. He's ahead of us, but that's I'm not surprised that we're not in the lead because this is deity difficulty. Let's go over to what if we just say robotics? That's 7 things, and it'll just sort of churn through there. Oh, hang on, no, we might want. Do we want satellites? Do we want to get satellites in, actually? Let's get satellites first, because then we can get solar farms and all that kind of stuff. We start powering up our cities a bit more. Yeah, let's get those in. I don't think we need anything else. We don't want nuclear power. Don't think we want nuclear power, do we? Do we want nuclear power? I'm not entirely sure what nuclear power. I don't know. And then, yeah, we're not too far off until we get to the fancy techs at the end. We haven't really got that much in the way of tech to research, really. It's not going to take that long for us to get. Are we over here? Yeah, can we get a builder over there to get us that uranium, please? Where were we doing that once upon a time and then I got distracted? I mean, it's highly likely. Yeah, hang on then. Yeah, let's get a builder in. Purchase an item. Let's get ourselves a builder. Yes, please. Yeah, want to get that. We want to get the uranium on board. We now can get that because we've spread onto that tile, which is nice. So, yeah, we can get hands on some uranium. So, yeah, we'll go and grab that as well. You guys can just sort of fortify for a bit. You guys can continue wandering up here. Oh, let's take them out. Some spec ops and a pike and shot. I think a massive tank should be able to cope with that. And then over here, The end is nigh. Do we want to build the spaceport over in the end is nigh? Or does Bruce Willis want to build the spaceport? Who can do it quickest? 15 turns? That was 17, wasn't it? Spaceport, 17 turns. Oh, let's put it up here. The city of Bruce Willis can have our spaceport. Where should we put the spaceport, Bruce Willis? Oh, it has to go on one of two very good tiles. Okay, maybe not Bruce Willis. Maybe the end is nigh, can have the spaceport. Yeah, that's much better. There's some slightly naffer tiles just there. Let's put it over here. That generates, what is that? It's just a farm. So 3 food, 1 gold. That's what we're going to lose. Yeah, I think we can muddle through with that. That's absolutely fine. So yes, we'll put a spaceport district just there, please. Which means, Bruce Willis, why don't you just get on with doing... I don't know what you can do, Bruce. Just do some campus research grants. Let's try and get that science done a bit quicker. So yeah, we'll queue up a load of those. You don't really need to do much else. There we go. Lots of that. Lots of science, please. And now he's been promoted, we'll put White Hilly Gopher back into counter-spying mode. So yep, counter-spy, in the end is nigh. And we'll put you there, so we put you in the commercial hub, because you protect all the adjacent districts as well. So you'll protect the campus and our government plaza and, of course, the city centre as well. So we'll put you in the commercial hub, please. Governor Pingala is now back established in there, which is lovely. Right, and then the builder... Get up there, please, as soon as possible. Let us get some uranium. And these guys here, the Spec Ops, did have a little go. They had a go at our tank. Hang on. We'll just come in and just stamp on you. Yep, that was pretty comprehensive. that was very straightforward. I imagine these guys might be next. We'll take them out. I mean, a pike and shot versus a massive tank. I think we might have the edge on that. Oh, okay, like that is it. The sneaky barbars have decided to produce a musketman unit. Right, well, we'll go in here. So we will destroy the outpost. They can't spawn any more units. Oh, we didn't quite get through. We didn't take much damage, but we didn't really kill them. Okay, it's fine. They're looking very hurt. They're looking very hurt indeed. Next time we'll have them. Of course, we will get attacked by the musketmen. They shouldn't be too much of a bother against a tank, you wouldn't have thought, but we'll have to wait and see. Well, there we go. The pike and shot have killed themselves on us, which is a bit silly. What's that there? Mongolia can't keep Ulangom. Ah, and a comet has plummeted from the sky. Devastating. Over here. Okay, right. That's a little bit too close for comfort. I don't really like that. So we've seen quite... the comets that are falling are near to us. There's one there. That's not too far away. One over here. Not too far away. That one over there, really close indeed. So yeah, the comets have fallen. Did one fall over here as well at one point? I can't remember now. I can't remember. Or was it over here or something? Yeah, there. I think it was there, wasn't it? It fell over here because, yeah, that tile is now impassable. So they're kind of falling quite close to us. Right, so tank, go in there, destroy the outpost, then come down here and take on the musketmen. And boom, and the musketmen are gone. That is lovely. Okay, cheerio. And then we can promote that next time as well, which is splendid. Okay, let's promote it. What do we give it? Let's give it combat strength versus fortified defenders. Why the heck not? That will do. Barbarians have moved in nearby, a nearby region. I would say that's not nearby. I would say that's really, really quite far away, game. I'm not that bothered. And our builder has arrived over here. So yes, absolutely. Build us a mine and get us that uranium. That is very good. So now we're going to get 3 uranium per turn. We can't really do too much with it right now. I guess in the future, we could get ourselves a giant death robot. We could get 1 or 2 of those. I can't remember exactly how much they need. I think they need a bit to build. I think it's just 1 per turn. So I suppose we could get 3 of those. We could get 3 giant death robots to, help defend ourselves a little bit against what surely is going to be inevitable attacks. But there we go. We're going to get some uranium, which is wonderful news. And of course, that might make people a little bit scared of us as well. They might be a little bit hesitant to attack us if we now have uranium. Also, Genghis is now just unfriendly to us. He's just unfriendly. He's not denounced us. He's denouncing us worn off. He's not really, really furious with us. He's just a little bit kind of grumpy with us, which is good. Your Caesar and protective friend, all too easy to raid. Well, yeah, you are my friend, so please don't come and raid them. I know you're a Viking and that's what you love to do. That's your thing. That's what you pass the time doing. But yeah, don't come and attack us, please. That will be bad. Right, what can we do with this builder? There is still some land down here that's not worked on around Apocalypso. How long has that been there? How long has that been there? Let's go down there and we'll sort out that bit of land. Okay, natural disaster occurring. That is very close to us. That is Gran Colombia territory, I think. I don't think it hit a city. I think it's quite close to a city, but now there is a big hole in Gran Colombia's territory. Again, very close to us. Worryingly close to us. Where was that? That was over here. Okay, yeah, that's not too far away from our lovely Bolshoi theatre. But okay, there you go. And that's Kumasi. I mean, maybe that's a bit of a lesson to you. Gran Colombia. Kumasi were a lovely independent little city-state. They were doing their own thing. We were good buddies with them. And then you've come in there and stomped on them. So, you got hit by that comet there. Maybe that's a little bit of, justice. One thing that I did look up, because when this thing happened, when we actually got to here, when we got to climate change phase 7, I thought, okay, there'll be comets falling every turn. And as we've seen, there are not comets falling every turn. 1870, and then there was a 12-year gap. So what's that? 6 turns. So a 6-turn gap before the next comet fell. And I looked online, I checked everything that I could find, and all of the stuff I can find in wikis and whatever, notes and stuff like that, say that every single turn a comet will fall. But obviously we're not seeing that. We're not seeing a comet falling every turn. So what I'm assuming is that some comets are falling into the sea. I can only assume that that is the case. The comets are falling into the sea where they're not really doing any damage. Because I think we get notified if they fall anywhere else. Even if it's a bit of land that we've not really looked at for a long time, like a bit of land down here or something, I think we still get notified, and we should just be able to see a big hole in the sort of the map there. So I guess they must be falling into the sea. I assume they're falling into the sea, or maybe it is they're falling on bits of land that we don't know about. Maybe they're falling in here or down here or whatever, where we can't see. So yeah, I don't really know why they're not falling every turn. I'm going to assume that some of the comets are landing in the sea because, there's a lot of sea. And if they fall in the water, it doesn't make any difference. That's what I'm going to assume. Otherwise, because I feel a bit hard done by, because the whole of this, challenge was built upon, they've taken Nan Madol. They've taken Nan Madol. Macedonia have just taken Nan Madol. That's not called for. Nan Madol have been defeated. Boo! Oh, that's just mean. We've got the space race. That's quite handy. So yeah, the whole of this sort of change is built upon the comets falling every turn, which meant that very quickly the amount of land we had would be dwindling. And then everyone would panic, and that's kind of what it was built upon. Of course, if they're not falling every turn, that will drag this out quite a bit and make it a longer sort of challenge. So yeah, I can only assume they're falling in the sea. That's my logic there. A comet has plummeted from the sky. It's landed down here. I would say that was a city. I would say the Macedonians have lost another city. There are roads conspicuously pointing at this hole here now. I would say that was a city. What's that? Alexandria by the Latmus. Is that not their capital city? Hang on, isn't that their capital? Whoa. Hang on a minute. Or is that their capital? Original capital of Macedon. No, Pella is their original capital. Okay, probably a significant city, also now completely annihilated. The Macedonians are getting it a little bit tough. They're getting it a little bit tough there. But there you go. That's what you get for going and destroying city-states. They've captured Nan Madol. Yeah, I'll pass on that, though. I don't want to go to war with them. And something in here has become redundant, and we need to replace it. Okay, military policy. Right, okay, what can we get? I think we'll pick resource management, so all improved aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you're from in the world, and oil resources yield an extra resource per turn. So we're getting, 3 oil per turn right now, and then we're spending 1 on our tank, so we'll get 4 per turn, spending 1 on the tank. So the tank will be effectively free. It will be free maintenance on the tank because of this, but then of course we can then go forth and get 3 more tanks if we wanted, which might be quite good. That might be quite a good thing. So yeah, we'll confirm that. At some point we will get this. We'll put forced modernisation in at some point, because we're at that weird point in Civ, yes please, where we have ourselves a tank up here. So a lovely tank. Yay, there it is, looking modern and shooty with all sorts of high-tech things on it. And over here, we've got some swordsmen. So here's tank, really modern tank with all sorts of amazing kind of weaponry. Here is a man with a sword. I mean, they need to be updated a little bit. I kind of feel like maybe our military needs a little bit of an overhaul. So at some point we will take that thing that gives us 50% off sort of upgrade costs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, for now we'll just leave it. Maybe when we get to something like 25,000 gold. We get to 25,000 gold, we'll get to a nice point where we can change our government around a little bit. We'll upgrade our military then, I think. That's that's a nice target. And the World Congress is in session. There's an aid request. Yeah, don't really care. Not bothered. Absolutely. Don't really care, Simon. I'm very sorry. And Alexander, again, don't really care, Alexander. I'm very sorry. You've captured Nan Madol. A little bit mean. A little bit mean of you. You shouldn't have done it, but it's fine. We're not going to go to war with you about it. So no for each, please. I don't want to get involved. I imagine the aid thing will happen. The aid request, yeah, has passed with absolutely flying colours. The city-state emergency has passed. Who has voted for that? Philomena and Harold. Oh. Okay, and Genghis just wasn't involved at all. He did not get to come to play. Okay. Okay, well, there we go. Right, but again, we don't need to worry. We can just completely ignore those things. Splendid. And there we go. Grumpy Genghis is back on form. He has denounced us once again. So the little red, very cross face has appeared. Okay, fine. Cheerio, Genghis. Right, we've got satellites. This is very encouraging. So now we've got satellites. How are we doing with constructing our spaceport? 5 more turns. Okay, it's going to take a little while to get there. And, there we go. That city of Ulaangom has joined the Netherlands. So, yeah, they've lost that city. They've lost sort of bits of land over there. Yeah, the Mongolians are getting very cross. They're getting very grumpy, and I fear that we might be, the sort of the brunt of their rage might be targeted toward us. So, right, hang on. Let's put you down here. Let's get the tank down here. Maybe if they can see a modern tank, they might think again. And science-wise, what do we head toward? I'm not really too fussed. Advanced ballistics. We'll get that, please. And then some envoys. Let's get ourselves... How about we put... What have we got? 3 more. Let's put 3 more into Mitla. Maybe. In fact, what's Mohenjo-Daro's thing there? What's Mohenjo-Daro's boost? Your cities have full housing from water as if they were next to a river. That might be quite good. That might be quite good for us. That might be very handy indeed. If we could get that, can we just chuck loads of things in there? So we'll get some extra culture anyway from art museums and archaeological museums. So it's 212 up to 220. But now where are they? Are we there, Suzerain? Yes. So your cities have full housing from water as if they were next to a river. So we should see our housing things disappear there, I think. We've got a couple of little housing things over 3 of our cities. So Bruce the End is 9 Apocalypso do not have enough housing. But when the next turn rolls around and Civ can recalculate everything, is that still going to be the case? Yes, Genghis, I'll give you that paltry amount of gold. Do not kill us. We've got a tank. Yay! And we got the pointless Venetian arsenal in. Yeah, absolutely. We got it in. I'm not even bothered what it looks like. We can't do anything with it. But there we go. It is constructed, which is nice. We still don't have enough housing. Never mind, not to worry. It's a thing anyway. Right, over here, what we could start looking at doing now, we could start trying to power our cities a bit better. So this city here, Apocalypso, needs 14 power to enhance the city. And currently it's got no power from renewable resources and 3 from coal, I imagine. So let's put in a lovely wind farm here now. So now we've done the harbinging. We've done all the harbinging. We've got to this point in the game. We're on climate change phase 7. It cannot be reversed. Nothing is going to undo that now. The comets are going to keep falling. So we can now start making ourselves a little bit greener and start powering up our cities more now. Because, yeah, previously it was just coal. We just went, right, coal power plants, coal, pollute the skies. Whereas now we don't need them anymore. So let's start putting in some nice things. So wind farms. We'll put a wind farm in. That is quite good as well. So now we've put this wind farm to produce clean power. Perhaps the smog of Apocalypso will start to clear. Yes, and they'll be able to see the comet coming down to smash us in the face. That'd be nice. So yeah, there we go. And that as well pushes us over the limit we need to get into a normal age next time as well, which is very welcome. That's pretty good. Okay, Apocalypso, what do you want to do? How about we get an airport constructed? Bit of extra production. That does need a little bit more power, but, you know, we'll get there eventually. There's plenty of sea over here to build sort of, you know, ocean wind turbines on, you know, offshore ones. And then, yeah, there must be some hills somewhere where we can put solar panels. There must be somewhere around the place. So I think we'll be okay. We'll muddle through with the power. But, yeah, maybe that's now what we should start looking at. Getting our cities fully powered. Because, yeah, they really are not. They really are not. That one is. That's from resources consumed. That's consuming a lot of resources. Wow. Okay. I don't quite know why that's powered and the other ones aren't. But never mind. So yeah, we'll try and get our cities powered up perhaps. Oh, the solar farms must be built on flat terrain, not on hills. That's unfortunate because we've come over here to this hill. I imagine we can't build Can we build the wind farms on a hill? I do not know. Let's have a little look, shall we? Wind farm. Can we build them on a hill? Must be built on hills. Absolutely. Right. So let's clear the stuff off here. So the builders here we'll clear the woods, which will give a bit of a boost to the airport. So there we go. Away with the woods. And then we'll put a wind farm on there. Give this city a little bit more lovely clean power. And then over here, what have we got? We've got a great engineer. This district's regional buildings provide +1 amenity. This district's regional buildings reach 3 tiles further. Okay, so regional buildings provide +1 amenity. We might want to put that, if it's stretching further, in the middle. So comets are great, or the end is nigh, possibly. So they stretch further, it's more likely to reach more things. Okay, let's put you... Do you know what? You can just go over there. Go over here, and... Oh, in fact, that's not the only place you can go. That looks like the only place you can go, Mr. Paxton. So, yeah, absolutely. Pop into there and do some stuff, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Hooray! Okay, so wind farm on that hill. Very, very nice. And another policy has gone, has it? Another policy has gone. Oh, was that the last engineer? Maybe that was the last engineer. Yes, it was. There are no more great engineers for us to acquire. Okay, fine. Right, so that's rendered that wildcard policy slot empty. So let's get ourselves... How about merchants? They're quite good. I like that. However, this is very good. Plus 10% gold in all cities with an established governor. That's all of them. But Republican legacy could also be quite good. +1 housing and +1 amenity for all our cities. +1 housing would be very useful. Because we are struggling a little bit for housing. However, that's even better. Medina Quarter. +2 housing. Let's have that for now. Let's have that. I think we're okay for amenities. I think it's kind of housing that we're struggling. So let's have a little look if that makes a difference. And I think it has. I think there is now enough housing at the moment. Of course, that will change. But in Apocalypso, the end is nigh, and Bruce Willis, I think there is now enough housing. I mean, Apocalypso, we don't really need to worry. There are 225 turns until that grows. 47 for the end is nigh. Only 4 for Bruce Willis. So, you know, that will grow a little bit. So we might need a tad more housing up there. But that's okay. But there we go. Yeah, that did make a bit of a difference. That was probably an okay policy choice for us. Okay, so advanced ballistics is done. So let's just pick one of these, shall we? Can we just pick one of these and then it will just research everything else? Is that how it works? No, let's just pick robotics then. We'll pick robotics and then we'll pick, nuclear fusion and nanotechnology, and it'll just slowly just work its way through everything else. But I don't really think we need any of these things right now. So yeah, robotics, we'll get the giant death robot. That'll be quite nice. We might get one of those in just to sort of help us out a bit. Consumes, 3 uranium per turn. That only gives us, that means we'll be able to have 1. We can have 1 giant death robot, which, is probably quite good. That's a good deterrent. That's a good thing to have. And the end is nigh, has finished. It's finished the spaceport. So can we now launch an Earth satellite, please? That would be wonderful if we could get that done. Because that means we can just see what's going on around the world. I do notice that we have we're waiting for the, of course, you're the jungle lady. You produce science depending on how many jungle sort of rainforest tiles are there, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. So yes, we'll deploy you when we get a full picture of the map. We'll get a full picture of the map and then we'll be able to go and have a little look around and see where the best place is to go and send her once we can see everything. So once our satellite is up in the skies, we'll then deploy her. And we get +3 era score because we have completed every building in an aerodrome district. Hurrah! So there you go. That's not bad. That's not bad, Apocalypso. So yeah, we've got our very first, and in fact, our only airport. I mean, does anybody else have an airport? Have any of the other civs got airports? Because otherwise, what's the point of this one? They just go and have a little fly around and land back down again, I suppose. Okay, lovely. Apocalypso, now you can build... in a neighbourhood would be really useful. Can we put a neighbourhood in anywhere? I mean, over here might be quite good. It might get damaged by this volcano, which, that's a risk I'm willing to take because we're not doing anything else with this land. We're not working it. So let's put that there, and that gives us +6 housing. Yes, we'll build a neighbourhood there on the side of a dangerous volcano. What could go wrong? What's the worst that could happen? So there has been another comet impact. It's down here, so it's not done too much damage. It's kind of wiped out some tiles over here. And that oil there still remains. That oil there is still present. I mean, it's on a submerged tile, but it's still there. I don't think it destroyed any cities. I think it just destroyed some land. But there we go. Okay, so the comets are still falling, and we have entered the information era. We are in a normal age. Let's have a look at what everyone else is doing. So Harold is in a dark age. The Macedonians are golden. They're golden, so the Dutch are golden. Oh dear. The Grand Columbia are a golden age, and Genghis is in an heroic age. Oh bother. Okay. So we're not the worst, because, you know, poor Harold is in a dark age. But yeah, everyone else apart from Harold did significantly better than us. Okay, never mind. Right, what do we want? Era score for artifacts, not going to be doing too much of that. Aerodrome constructed, not too fussed. Successful offensive spy operation. Yeah, we don't do much in the way of offensive spies. We don't do much in the way of that. And then automation warfare. +1 era score each time you kill a non-barbarian unit with a giant death robot. I mean, I'm hoping not to have to do too much of that. It might look like Sky and Stars is our best, because you gain +1 era score each time a great person is earned or purchased. And we are running out of great people as well. We're running out of those as well, but that looks like our best bet. Okay, we'll go for that one. That's not great, is it? What do we need? How many is that? So we needed ourselves another, what, 17? Is that? Yeah, another 17 points, I think. Goodness me, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Okay, fine. Well, there we go. We'll have to try and soldier on. We'll have to see if we can get some more era score from wherever we can kind of grab it from. Genghis is complaining that we have armies near his borders again. They are merely passing by, Genghis. I don't really know where you are looking. Whereabouts do you think this is? Where do you think this is happening, Genghis? I don't really know where you think it's happening, because these are all my lands. I don't think I'm near your border. Oh, here. This boat over here. Right. Go over that way, because Genghis is scared of a little boat. All this sort of bluff and bluster, and one little boat sails near your borders. Clearly we're not going to attack with one of those. But no, he's there going, oh, there's something near the borders. Okay, fine. Right, Apocalypse, so let's do... Sure, we could just do stuff like this. Just do the Manhattan Project. Just do that. Just get that done and out of the way. There we go. Splendid. How long until our satellite's done? Only a couple of turns. A couple of turns until we can see what's going on around the world. Okay, we'll grab 1 era score by getting globalization, so the first civic from a new era. So that's 1 era score. That's okay. I mean, you know, we do need to work on it a little bit, but we'll get there. Robotics has been boosted. Something happened over there, which I'm not too fussed about. Right, our boat did get picked on by a barbarian ironclad, which is unfortunate. So we'll just try and run away a little bit more. Genghis, that's on you. Our boat was having a lovely, calm explore, and now it's being attacked by barbarians. That's all your fault, Genghis. And what's that? Promote an existing governor. Right, okay. Pingala. Let's promote Pingala. So currently 15% increase in science and culture. We could now get either +1 culture or +1 science. Let's go for +1 culture, because our culture is very much lagging behind science. So let's do this. What are we on? 224. That will go up quite a bit, I imagine, next turn when it recalculates all that. So we'll have a little look at that. And Bruce, what do you want to do, Bruce? Do you need to do anything in particular? How about we could convert to nuclear power? Oh no, but then if we do that, we can't get ourselves our giant death robot. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do you want to go to oil power? 1 oil converts into 4 power. Moderate CO2. Or shall we just get some more campus research granted? Let's just do more science. There you go. Lots of these for science. Genghis demanding another paltry amount of gold. Absolutely, Genghis. We can deal with that. Right, and a World Congress. I mean, it's a proper one. It's not like one which is us dealing with an emergency or whatever. It's actually a proper one. Okay, the government gains a wildcard policy slot, or it loses one. And tourism of that great work is doubled. And no tourism, don't really care. And climate accords. I mean, it's a little bit late, isn't it? It's a little bit late. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I'm not really fussed. I don't really care about climate accords. Tourism, whatever, I'm not bothered. We'll say yes for... Can we say yes for that? Just go for that one. Tourism from great works of, I don't know, whatever we've got a bit of. Art, landscapes. That'll do. Not really bothered. This government gains a wildcard policy slot. I can't remember what government we've got. What have we got? It's been a while since I played this. I can't remember. I really can't remember what we've got. I think, are we communists, or have we moved on from communism these days? I really don't remember what we are. I'm fairly sure that we're communists at the moment, although we might change. I think we're going for one of these other ones, aren't we? Like a synthetic technocracy and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what? Do we want somebody to lose one? I'm not really fussed. This is all relatively sort of pointless, isn't it? Because they'll put loads of stuff in. How about we just chuck some votes in for communism and go, there you go, that'll do. Let's see what happens. I'm fairly sure we're communists. I can't remember now. And with our satellites gone. This is very good. So here we go. It launches. Nobody tried to sabotage it. Whoosh, away it goes. And there we go. So now we get to see the whole map. So digital democracy has got the extra wildcard policy slot. Who voted for that? Oh, loads of people. Am I a digital democrat? I really can't remember. Do need to look at that. Writing, yeah, it's double. That's okay. I think we've probably got some of them. And the climate accord thing passed, but I don't really care. Right. Beep, 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 beep. 4 more era score. First satellite launched. Yeah, what government are we? What are we? We are communism. Hooray! There we go. Right, so I did make the right choice. I did remember correctly. Okay, clear all that stuff. So what's going on now? So can we get a picture of the world now? Can we get a picture of what's going on? Yes. Yes, we can. So yeah, it's filled in all of the blanks. So yeah, we know what's going on down here. There's a mountain tunnel. Oh, nice. A little bit of a mountain tunnel going over there. And then yeah, over here we can see now in all the gaps and stuff. Okay, splendid. Lovely. Right, so now we can see what's going on. That's a little bit nicer. And I imagine now we get notified about meteor, comet strike things that we previously could not have seen. And you know what? Let's put some people on the moon, shall we? I mean, we don't need to, because we don't need to do the science victory, but it gives us a one-time culture bonus equal to 10 times your science per turn. So that will be quite a lot of culture, which is going to help us out. So yeah, let's chuck some people on the moon. Why not? And there has been another comet strike. It's devastated 1 tile. Now, previously, when we've seen 1 target hit, it's taken out a city. Has it taken out another? It has taken out a city. It's... It looks like it's taken out another Macedonian city. So the poor Macedonians are just being really, really, really picked on by the comets. Yeah, they got hit there. That was a city. And now they're hit down here. This is a city as well. They're just being properly picked on by the comets. I mean, that's good for us, because that means they're losing power, they're losing strength. We've obviously lost a couple of cities over there, which is bad. So yeah, okay, there we go. Macedon. I don't, I was going to say I feel sorry for you. I don't, because you don't like us. You're unfriendly to us, so, haha, you're getting picked on by the comets. But, I mean, that is very unlucky. That is another city completely wiped off the map. It's gone. It's no longer there. It is destroyed. Oh, my goodness, Macedonia. Oh, dear. And again... We're dodging them so far. Bruce is doing a pretty good job. He's up there in space, just trying to deflect those asteroid comet things away from us. Thanks, Bruce. And we can promote another governor. And of course, I didn't check on what that did to our culture last time with Pingala's connoisseur upgrade there. But yeah, that's moved that up quite a bit. 262. So it gave us a massive load of extra culture per turn, which is very welcome. So let's upgrade him again. We can either get 100% great people points, or we can get science per turn. I mean, it's either or. I mean, the science is looking okay anyway. Great people points would be quite handy, and that would be combined with the Oracle, because in the city with the Oracle in it. Let's get that for now, shall we? Let's get 100% great people points generated in that city. So yes, we should start now seeing quite a lot more great people coming our way. And we've got you coming this way. So Stephanie Qualick is coming this way. I'd like to get Estee Lauder, to be honest, because I do like those sort of unique sort of luxury good things. I like having those. And then, yeah, the rest of it, and there's writers, artists and musicians. I'm really not bothered. So really, it's just the scientists and the merchants that we're after. So, but there we go. Right, and then next time, if we get another one of those with one of our sort of civic improvements over there, then if we get to improve a governor again, we'll just improve Pingala's science one and just get a load more science per turn, because why not? We've got 3 more envoys. Let's put them back into Mohenjo-Daro, because Alexander has stolen our suzerain status from them. So yeah, we want that back, because I like the housing boost that we get from that. So there we go. Macedon learns that politics is also a battlefield, as the Maya overturn their suzerain status in Mohenjo-Daro. Okay. So your youth envoys have convinced this city's levied army to stand down. Oh, they had a levied army, did they? Oh, but then we've gone in and taken them over. So the levied army that Macedonia were using have now stood down. Oh dear, that's probably going to annoy the Macedonians a little bit. But we do get +2 era score from it, so, you know, it's not all bad. Oh, how very tedious. Pingala has been removed from Comets Are Great again. So, yep, somebody spying has done that, which is all a bit annoying. And I think we did lose, if I press the right button, I think we did lose Suzerain status of Mohenjo-Daro pretty much straight away. Yeah, he's chucked in quite a few more envoys into there. So, yeah, he's got them back again. So, you know, there's a little bit of posturing going on with Mohenjo-Daro. I wouldn't mind having them as being their suzerain because their bonus is pretty good. However, he's just going to keep pouring them in, isn't he? He's just going to keep doing that. So maybe next time we just put our envoys somewhere else. I do not know, but there we go. Okay, yeah, and then Pingala's gone as well, again, which is, yeah, they just keep doing that. They keep doing that. I mean, that's why we've got you in there, Monkey Star. Monkey Star, you had one job. Look after Pingala. Just tail him. You're his constant bodyguard. Do not let anything happen to Pingala. But oh no, you've let it be neutralised again. Genghis demanding more stuff. Absolutely, Genghis, don't kill us, please. Right, what's that? Taruga has been defeated. Okay, so another one of the city-states has gone once again. I think Taruga had gone previously, and then it's been liberated, and now it's gone again. Yeah, okay, Wilhelmina, I'll pass this time. Thank you very much. I don't want to raise that, thank you. I'll stay out of that. I'll stay out of any conflict. And we have launched people to the moon, which is wonderful. There they go, off to the moon with you. So here we go. Yeah, we should get our great big culture bonus equal to 10 times your science per turn, that's a ridiculous amount of culture. So yes, we should hopefully have enough culture to get a new government in, I would have thought. That city-state emergency has failed. I didn't want to be part of it anyway. Right, +4 era score. So another 4. We are the first in the world to land on the moon. I mean, why aren't we doing a science victory? That would have been absolutely wonderful. We could have got a science victory. Optimization imperative. That means we can have the synthetic technocracy government. So we get +3 power in all of our cities, 30% production toward projects. We get less tourism, but we don't care about tourism because it's completely irrelevant. We're just not bothered about that at all. So, right, hang on. Where do you want to send this? Yeah, just repeat that route. That's absolutely fine. I'm sure that's wonderful. Right, let's clear all these notifications down. So get rid of all of that here. And yeah, we're looking okay, actually, getting toward a normal age next time as well, which is pretty good. 2 places need to actually build something. The end is nigh. Has now obviously done its, we've gone to space, which is good. Let's get the final building done in the government plaza. So what do we want? Royal Society builders can work on district projects, not really bothered. Natural History Museum, 4 slots for any great work. Again, not bothered. War Department. All units heal up to 20 points when they eliminate a unit. I mean, of all the things that we could find useful, it's possibly going to be that. Because we're probably going to get attacked at some point. So yeah, we'll have a war department, thank you very much. And then down here in Apocalypso, I think let's just do some science stuff. Yes, they've completed the Manhattan Project. Yeah, let's just do some more science stuff. Let's just work through our science nice and quick. And then we've got ourselves a civic to progress toward. So what do we want to go toward? I imagine whatever we choose is going to be very, very quick indeed. Can we get to there? Can we get to near future governance? What does that mean we have to get? That means we have to get cultural heritage for a turn, and then environmentalism, which says 6 turns, but it might take less, and then near future governance. Let's get that in, shall we? Let's just go down that route for those. And then, yeah, new government is unlocked. So let's look over here. Yeah, so we chose this one, didn't we? Yeah, corporate libertarianism gave us less science, which we didn't really want. Digital democracy gave us less combat strength, which is actually quite bad if we get attacked. So we don't want that. So yeah, this was the one with quite a good bonus, so +3 power. So that's 3 free power for us to power up some of our buildings and our research labs and whatever else. And yeah, less tourism, which is a negative that we don't really care about. So yeah, let's become one of those, please. There we go, another 2 era score. And now we've got to sort out all of these cards. Crikeys. Okay, we've got loads of wild card slots. Absolutely loads of them. Okay, right, let's have a look at what we want to do. Let's go for this combo, shall we? So military policy, we can only have 1, so we'll have the unit maintenance reduced because that saves us a bit of gold. And then economic policies, they're all the same as they were before. Diplomatic policy here is the same. And then we've got Medina Quarter that we did have previously. Resource management was up here. It was up in military policies, but of course we've got to bring it down to wildcards. We'll put force modernization in. So that gives us 50% off upgrading all our units. And we said we're going to do that at 25,000. We've got that now, so we'll put that in. Then we'll have cryptography. So enemy spy level is reduced reduced by 2 in your lands. That should be very helpful in stopping people getting rid of our governors all the time. And then we'll have Republican legacy. So all cities with a district, which surprisingly is all of them, get +1 housing, useful, and +1 amenity, also useful. So then we need to go through and upgrade all our units, and that means that we can then get rid of this policy once that's all done. So yeah, this is just sort of, this is a temporary one, a transient one. It can come in, we'll spend the money, we'll get everything upgraded, and then we take that out and put something else in. So, okay, for now, let's confirm that. So there we go, near future governance has boosted quite a lot. Okay, that's very welcome. And yeah, there we go. So now we can start upgrading our units, which is very good. So yeah, we've got enough money for that. And that's going to cost us quite a bit. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money because we've got quite a few units lying around the place. We've got the boats as well. Let's not forget the boats. We can upgrade those as well. I imagine, can we upgrade the boats? Yeah, to a nuclear submarine, like you do, a nuclear submarine. That might require uranium, though. We need to be a little bit careful with what we upgrade, because we don't go, yay, nuclear submarines, and then not be able to build the giant death robots, the ultimate deterrent. So yeah, maybe we do need to be a little bit careful with what we do with that. So what we'll do is, I think we'll do all the upgrading of the troops next time out, because we'll finish up for the moment. This seems like kind of a key moment to sort of pause, because we've changed government and all that kind of stuff. But lovely people, I would like to hear your thoughts on this. So the challenge has not quite panned out as I had imagined. So I pictured every single turn, asteroids pummeling the planet, big comets coming in and destroying things constantly, every single turn. So we would have had, when did we actually go into this? Event history. When did this happen? So climate change there. So what we're on 291. So 291 we went into climate change phase 7 when the comets then are allowed to fall in the game. So that would be what? So 49 turns. So I thought, by the rules of the challenge before I started playing, I thought we would have had 49 comet impacts. And the land would be devastated, there will be cities removed, and it'll be really dramatic. But instead, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 up there, 6, 8. So rather than 49 of them, ripping the planet apart, we've had 8, which is not quite as dramatic as I thought it might be. So I'd like to sort of finish this challenge off. But yeah, the idea was to survive the comet impacts. We can play up to turn 2000. I don't fancy doing that. I kind of feel like the challenges, it's not going to work as expected. So I would like to hear your thoughts on how we finish this. I mean, do we just sort of call it there? Do we just go, do you know what? We'll play next time. We'll see if we can get, maybe we can sort of declare a space race win if we manage to get all the space mission stuff done. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I don't fancy playing to turn 2000 because that's just going to take a heck of a long time of running Civ. But yeah, I would like to sort of finish it in a sort of vaguely proper way. I mean, okay, score-wise, we're very much last in terms of score because, yeah, Alexander's way up there with Empire. 628 Empire points against our 292. He's got a lot more land than us. He's got a lot more land. He's got loads of stuff going on. Era scored 283 against our 198. So yeah, so I don't know if we'll be able to win a score victory. So either we could just, yeah, I'll play one more. I'll do one more of these just to kind of, wrap things up quite nice. We'll get to robotics. We might get a nuclear weapon or something, or a killy death robot kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to sort of finish it in some way. I would just like to hear your thoughts on how this possibly could be finished. So yes, let me know in the comment section what's going to be, a suitable ending. Do we make ourselves a little mini goal? Do we just call it? Do we just go, do you know what? It didn't work, but we had a look at the comments and aren't they fun? Hooray, that was very silly. I don't know. Please let me know what you think in the comments, but we'll finish up for the moment anyway. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, then please do leave a like. That would be very, very lovely. And also, if you're not already, which I imagine you are, but if you're not, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on next time out here in the Civilization 6 Harbinger of the Apocalypse Challenge. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. He's gone down the lifts even though they're not built. The lifts aren't finished. People, this is very dangerous. Martin said it's fine and gave me a negative review. You silly man, Martin, you've clicked the wrong button. Looked like he had no trousers on, which was a little bit strange. Oh, Linda, with your gleaming golden words of appreciation. Linda says, an okay hotel.